Turtle. No sound? All right, what's up, Turtle Riders? How are we doing out there tonight? Good? I heard there's no sound. Is that right? People are telling me? Awesome. Cool. Good start. All right, give me 1 sec here. Let me go ahead right now. I have shared the link to the stream on the Clarence with Emerson page. I'm going to go do it on Twitter right now. Give me a follow on Twitter. I'm at TB_Aidan, AIDAN, on Twitter, at TB_Aidan. I've been on there for like a month and a half now, and it's hard to rebuild the following. So get at me on there if you're on there. I am also going to go ahead and I'm going to share it on Parler, the Parler app, if you will, Parler.com. Create an account there if you haven't done so already. Am I up to 3,000 followers on there? Let's see what I'm up to. I'm up to, past 3,000 followers. Good. Okay. So I got 3,000 followers on Parler. Get at me on Parler. I just shared it there. I have the, since it's a new platform, and one of the only ones that says they're not going to censor, we'll see what happens. I got dibs on at Turtleboy. So I got dibs on that one first. So get at me. I'm at Turtleboy on the Parler platform. Okay. All right. So without further ado, let's get this party started, shall we? How's the crowd looking tonight? Oh, good. We got a good audience. So it's growing. Share it up. Let people know we're there. I would share the fundraiser link, but it doesn't work anymore, largely because of what happened earlier today. So that's what some things we're going to talk about that happened. So if you guys saw the impromptu emergency whatever today, had a little live broadcast. You saw that Turtle Boy was banned from the PayPal platform, not like suspended, just banned forever. I'm banned forever. No reason or explanation was given. I contacted them, talked to their customer service representative, and the reasoning behind it, I've heard of a lot of crazy reasoning before, but the reasoning behind this banning was they can't tell me the reasoning, simply because by doing so, if they told me what I did wrong, I could circumvent the ban and figure out what I did wrong and then start a new account and not do the things I did wrong. In other words, PayPal's biggest concern right now is apparently not that I'll break the rules, but that I will follow them. That's what they're most concerned about, right? I'll create another account and I will be on my best behavior, which I thought I was doing to begin with. Like PayPal literally does nothing. Like they make money by existing. They transfer money from person A to person B. They act as a checkbook essentially. Like except it's much more convenient. Like we exchanged money before PayPal was around because we did money orders, we sent checks in the mail, we even did cash sometimes. But obviously the internet changes everything. It's great. It's a great invention. It speeds up the way we communicate and the way we interact and stuff like that. Until these tech companies decided that they will be the arbiters of who can speak on the internet and who can't. And some people will say, well, Turtleboy, what are you crying about? First of all, I'm not crying. I'll be okay. I'll survive this. You'll notice that there is the super chats have turned back on. I turned the super chats off for a while because I wanted people to go through PayPal instead, but because they took less of a rake, but fuck it. Better than nothing. So the super chat's on. If you guys want to donate, we also get the super chat's cool because I get to see those cool colors come up. You know what I mean? And I can read off if you donate in the super chat, I will read off whatever funny thing you want to put up there. So if you want to give a shout out to your dog, your homie, that still applies. That still applies with the super chat. It's like old school. If you'll recall, the only reason we were doing the fundraiser link was because of Kay Peter, because of Bristol Blarney, because she temporarily got us demonetized on YouTube. I did a stint there in the whole 30 days. And after a while, I'm like, I don't want this back. I'd rather keep it with PayPal. They take less money. So now they took PayPal away from me. So we're back on here. This will probably go soon too, because they're all the same. All these tech companies are the same. So people are like, what are you doing about this? What can you do about this? Right? The short answer is nothing. So, I've had my buddy Mark Randazza on here a couple times before. He's an attorney who has really taken on Silicon Valley like no other attorney has. He knows what you can do and what you can't do, what you can get away with, what you can't get away with. And he knows better than anyone that these platforms are virtually untouchable, thanks to a little thing called the Communications Decency Act, Section 230. It's often referenced by people that talk about tech censorship, and there's a reason why. Basically, what CDA Section 230 does, it protects these quote unquote platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and PayPal. Thank you, JB. Appreciate that. It protects these platforms from being sued for conduct or libelous statements made by third parties on their website. So if I own Turtleboy, right? The comment section's a free for all. I don't read it. I don't look at it, nothing. Well, what if somebody in there says something libelous? Am I responsible for that? I shouldn't be. And that's because of CDA Section 230. It protects platforms from stuff that third parties do. However, Republicans would argue that, like, okay, if you're a platform, then you just got to let everything go. If you start censoring speech, then you're no longer a platform, you're a publisher, and then you can be sued. But no, under the sweetheart deal that our federal government has given these platforms, they essentially get the best of both worlds. They get immunity from liability, legal liability, but they also have the ability to just decide who can stay and who can go. And they can self-censor anybody. It doesn't have to be consistent or anything like that. So they essentially get the perks of being a publisher while also getting the perks of being a platform. Now, why is this? Why is this allowed? Why is the government allowing this? Well, traditionally, it's supposed to be the liberals who are the ones that go after gigantic corporations run by rich white guys, right? That's kind of their thing. It's like the evil bad guy in every liberal wet dream is always a white guy with too much money, always. And coincidentally, pretty much every company in Silicon Valley is owned by one of those. But they get a pass, not because they're rich white guys, but because they have the right politics, because they're liberals. And these people like Elizabeth Warren and others have realized that, like, we can use our position to basically scare the bejesus out of these guys into saying, you need to start censoring more people. You're not censoring enough people. That's what our Senator Ed Markey said. Facebook's not censoring enough people. We need to do more. The vice president-elect, Kamala Harris, wants Donald Trump kicked off of Twitter. That was like one of her legitimate campaign issues, is ban Donald Trump from Twitter. So, like, when these like politicians start pressuring these tech companies and say, well, you better start banning people or else we're going to dismantle you. What do you do? What do you do? Like, so what do? They start doing they basically start doing exactly what liberals want. And that is why they let these people go, is because they are essentially creating these platforms like Twitter and Facebook that are left-wing havens. Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate that. That are creating these like left-wing havens where only conservative news gets suppressed and censored. And, the Hunter Biden story gets banned because it's dangerous. And all the Russiagate stories get to stay up. That's the way they want it. So that is why the left is not going after the tech companies, because it's helping them. It's helping them get elected. And without tech censorship, Donald Trump would have been reelected president. I have no doubt in my mind. That played a huge part in this. I mean, the Hunter Biden story, that could have changed a lot of people's opinions, but it didn't, because nobody saw it. Nobody saw it because it was hidden. It was hidden on social media where most people get their news. So why don't Republicans do something then, right? I mean, we're the ones getting fucked over here. Why aren't our people out there doing something? Well, it's simple. Most Republicans in the Senate and in Congress are bought and paid for by these tech companies. They get donations from them, like Google, like some Senator Langford from Illinois, like Senator Braun from Indiana. Thank you very much, Sean. I appreciate that. These are Republicans that they're too old. They don't get it. And they get so many donations from Silicon Valley that they got them by the balls. And Republicans traditionally adhere to this stupid free market bullshit about can't regulate companies, can't regulate billion-dollar companies. That would be bad. Thank you, Diane. She says this is in memory of Sasha. Yes, so that's Leah's dog, R.I.P. So, pour one out for her. But yeah, basically these Republicans, they let them get away with it, right? And they're so stupid that they don't understand that, like, no, dude, this is like, we're going to lose from now on if we don't fucking do something about this. It's never their people that are kicked off. And I'm going to show you a couple examples of that in a moment, right? So let's look at some of these things here. Because I have looked into this, and there's really nothing I can do. Now, here's my problem, is that there's some money in this account, and I can't get it out for 180 fucking days. I should have just withdrawn all that money. I should have had an auto withdrawal. I'll never do it again. Let this be a lesson. If you have a PayPal account and you have money in that PayPal account, that's not your money. That's not your money until you put it into your bank account. It's PayPal's money. Thank you, Jack Montana. I appreciate that. It's PayPal's money. So, like, for instance, Christmas is coming up and shit. And this house was built in 1987. Thank you, Patty. I appreciate that. This house is built in 1987, and it's fucking cold in this house. We need new windows, right? So that was like the big project we were going to do. We were going to get new windows. And so it would be nice if I had access to that money, because that's what I would use to pay my bills and shit. Now I can figure it out. We can do it. We're a 2-income family. We can figure it out. But what if I didn't? What if I hadn't been withdrawing money from my PayPal account into my checking account periodically? I wish I had done it all. I had done basically half of it. And so I can't get access to that money. They have it for 180 days. Now think of what I could do with that money. If I put it in a savings account, it could gain interest. I could invest that money. Instead, it's just sitting there, and PayPal will let me have it when the fuck they feel like it. Like when you donated money through PayPal, you thought you were donating money to me, and I thought you were too. Turns out you were actually donating money to them, and they'll let me know when I can get the fucking money. And this is insane that no company should have this much power over other people. Like, banks are regulated. If a bank tried doing this to you, like, we have organizations that protect consumers and don't allow, and like, your money is insured in banks because of the FDIC. But PayPal can do whatever the fuck it wants. There is no regulation on these companies whatsoever. They are the biggest threat to American democracy that has ever existed. There is a reason the left wants to keep them, because it's working quite well for them. And they are in no danger of ever being censored by these companies, because they control these companies. Every single person who owns a tech company is a leftist. Every single one. They own the culture. They think of what they own. Thank you, Lionel Meeks. I appreciate that. They own colleges. They own public education. They own Hollywood. They own the media, the mainstream media. They own social media. They own pretty much fucking everything. We got the Senate. That's what we have. We have the Senate for now. If they had complete control of the government, you don't even want to the things that they could do to us. Yeah, and honestly, I'm hoping for it. I don't know about you people. I'm ready for the national divorce. I'd prefer not doing the war thing, because I don't want anybody to get hurt, and I don't even know how that would work geographically. But I feel like after a while, like, people keep talking about, oh, we need unity. We need unity. Joe Biden, we need to come together. Well, you're saying that because you won. You don't really give a shit about coming together. You never cared about coming together. And guess what? I don't want to come together with you. We have literally nothing in common. You think that boys can become girls? Like that? That's one of the first things Joe Biden wants to do, is have a national mandate that allows high school students to play on the sporting team of the gender that they identify with. This is what you voted for. This is what you voted for. This is the Trojan horse that came in there, right? You're voting for more war, bombing the Middle East. Like, there's a reason that the military the generals are very excited about Joe Biden winning. There's a reason they didn't like Donald Trump. And if the history books are ever written fairly, Donald Trump is going to go down as a great American president. You'll see. He's going to get, his personality killed him, but he did some great things for this fucking country. And you'll see what's going to happen if you give the Democrats complete fucking control. It ain't going to be pretty, folks. It ain't going to be pretty. So let's talk about other people this has happened to, because I did a little research and I found out other people have also been banned from these platforms. So let me bring up a couple articles I got here. All right. First one article, this is from BuzzFeed. Okay. Yeah, this is a 2017 article from BuzzFeed. Can you guys see it? Does it come up here? Make it bigger. That's what she said. All right. So basically, this is written in 2017 by some douchebag named Blake Montgomery. PayPal, GoFundMe, and Patreon banned a bunch of people associated with the alt-right. Here's why. So, blah, blah, blah. Long story short is that the media is now pressuring these tech companies to do something about it, because they realize, like, people like Alex Jones are out there, right? And Alex Jones says some shit that a lot of people don't agree with. A little bit crazy, Alex Jones. Laura Loomer, Milo Yiannopoulos, they're edgy people. And they realize that, like, in the marketplace of ideas, people like Alex Jones do very well, because a lot of people tune into their channel. And when you get a lot of people that tune in, that want to read your product and consume your product, you can make money off of that, right? You can have a lot of ads, blah, blah, blah. And so they realized, okay, people are going to go to these places. And that sucks. And as long as people go there, Alex Jones is going to make money. And that's a problem, because we don't like the things Alex Jones is saying. Thank you very much, David Perry. I appreciate that. We don't like the things Alex Jones is going to say. And it starts with Alex Jones, and then it turns into Milo, and then they go one more, and then it's Turtle Boy, and it'll be you next. Trust me. If you don't get in line, you're going to be next. You think it ain't going to come to you? It will. So they realize that, like, without money, you can't do anything, right? You can't live. You'll have to, like, their entire goal with me from the beginning is to make it impossible for me to make a living. That's what they do. And so eventually they hope that you will give up and you will get a day job, because that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to run a fucking website where you share your opinions and you call out people. They don't like that. So that is their goal, to make you financially destitute to the point where you have to abandon your speech and get a job and keep your fucking mouth shut. That's what they want. And it's not the government pressuring you to do it, so it's not a First Amendment violation. So why are they doing it? Who's pressuring them to do this? And the answer is blue check marks on social media and the mainstream media, who is obsessed with just pointing out, well, we called up, Alex Jones uses Visa, right? And he uses Stripe for a processing organization to, process when people buy money in a store, right? And so they call up Stripe and they say, hey, Stripe, are you aware that Alex Jones said this on his website? And you're kind of helping him out. You're helping him make a living because you're allowing him to use your processing to collect money. And without that, he wouldn't be able to say these things. And because these fucking companies are so sackless, we saw it with Black Lives Matter. We saw it this summer with George Floyd. All these fucking bullshit assholes out there running these goddamn companies are so fucking cowardly, and they have no goddamn balls. None. Nobody's got any fucking balls these days. Especially, like, I thought that these companies were supposed to be run by conservative douchebags who didn't give a shit. No. They're run by thin-skinned pussies who are afraid of negative, like, fucking Facebook reviews and bad Yelp reviews. Like, a mob might come after them online. Oh my God, the horror. So instead of just standing up to them, they capitulate. I saw this with all my advertisers back in the day, right? And I'm not mad at them. I get it. But they would get phone calls from people who, quite frankly, didn't matter. And they would be worried about it. Like, oh my God, I got a phone call. Like, somebody wrote something bad on their Facebook page. And I'm like, I don't have time to fucking babysit you. Deal with it. Same shit here. The media is the one pushing this. The media is putting out stories like alt-right. Remember alt-right? Remember that was a term? Nobody uses it anymore. But alt-right. Oh no. The alt-right is using GoFundMe and PayPal and Patreon to make a living. So what do? They write stories like this to try to pressure GoFundMe and PayPal and Patreon, which, by the way, Patreon was set up. And people like, go to Patreon. Patreon was created for you to get around this shit, right? The whole idea is it's crowdfunded. And you can say whatever you want that way. You don't have to be dependent on Google AdSense or anything like that. But then even Patreon, a couple years ago, they started kicking people off for the same shit. Same shit. And PayPal's, they can be touched too. The question is, what happens when it's TD Bank? What happens when it's Bank of America? And they decide, well, you can't bank with us. Sorry. You said something on Facebook that we got some angry phone calls about it. So can't have that shit. Can't have it. What happens then? Or how about this scenario? Like you go to the freaking store down the street to buy a gallon of milk. It's like, okay, well, I just won't use electronic. I'll just use cash. Okay. So I got $5, go buy a gallon of milk at the store. I go in the store and the store says, oh, we actually got some phone calls from some blue check marks and they know that you buy milk here. And they said, well, without milk, he can't survive. And if he can't survive, he can't say these things. So you're kind of complicit because you're supplying him with milk. So you got to stop selling him milk. If you don't think that will happen, then you're not paying attention at this point. You're just not paying attention. There is nothing, this has nothing to do with people taking offense to anything you're saying or anything like that. This has to do with silencing you, getting you to submit, right? Stop talking. Look at Tucker Carlson's show. Tucker Carlson should have advertisers up the wazoo. But you turn on Tucker Carlson, and the only thing that's fucking on commercials is My Pillow. That's it. That fucking guy owns half of Fox News at this point. Why? Tucker Carlson has the most popular television show in the history of cable television. He gets higher ratings than anyone. Why? Because people like it. People want to hear what he has to say. But social justice warriors don't. So they harass his advertisers until these fucking pussies, and that's what we got to start doing, is stop fucking giving business to people like this. Cancel your fucking PayPal account. I'm telling you, withdraw your money. It ain't safe in there. Stop rewarding these people. Reward people who support free speech. That's what you should be doing. And Republicans need to have more of that. There needs to be a much more concerted effort to say, if you are into censorship at all, if you ever give into a mob on fucking anything, don't give these fucking people an inch. If you do that, we're done. We'll go somewhere where free speech exists. You got to fight. You got to fight cancel culture with more cancel culture. That's the only fucking way around it, guys. Anyway, did I lose the stream? Okay, it's back. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I mean, Tucker's great, but the mob is going after him. Here's that. Now check this out. So this is a story from let's see. This is a story from 2018, I believe, on Fox News. It's conservatives call for PayPal boycott after CEO says Southern Poverty Law Center helps ban users. I'm not sure if you guys know about the Southern Poverty Law Center, but you probably should. Let me actually, speaking of the devil, let me show you this Tucker clip real quick. We'll watch together. Family watch here.
The left is actually doing. Listen to the way they attack other people. Start with that foundational freedom, speech. If they can tell you what to say, you are not free. There is nothing they can't make you do. That's where the founders put it first. It's the freedom that comes before all others. The left has spent decades trying to weaken the First Amendment. They've done it in the sneakiest way possible by creating phony hate speech exemptions out of thin air. So far, the courts have not accepted this idea, the idea that you can limit speech simply because someone else doesn't like it. So the left has a new plan now. They've allied with big corporations to make it impossible for people who say the wrong things to make a living in this country. You may have heard of a company called PayPal. It's an online payment platform, the biggest. If you want to make money online, and many people do, PayPal is essential. In a recent interview with the Wall Street Journal, the CEO of PayPal, Dan Schulman, explained that diversity and inclusion are his company's top values. But of course, he doesn't mean it. He means the opposite.
I mean, so think of that. And therein lies the problem. Here you have this rich white dude, right? He's supposed to be the evil rich white guy. He doesn't care about anything. That's not how things work anymore. Now, the evil rich white guy has a chip on his shoulder because he has to show you that he's not like those other guys. He's not like John D. Rockefeller. He's woke. He's woke. What is PayPal's core tenets?
Diversity and inclusion.
Diversity and inclusion.
Company's top values.
Diversity and inclusion.
But of course, he doesn't mean it.
Okay, you start hearing words like that, guys. It's a Trojan horse, right? It sounds good, right? Anybody who's ever used the words diversity and inclusion in a sentence together has some shit up their sleeve. Okay, you cannot trust somebody who says they value diversity and inclusion. Nobody actually thinks that. Nobody thinks that. You know what PayPal should value more than the only thing PayPal should value? Money. They're there to make fucking money. Nike is the same way. Well, we value a social message, right? No, you should value fucking shoes and selling me overpriced products that you made in a sweatshop in China. That's what you should do. But they value diversity and inclusion. Once you start hearing companies say shit like that, you know that your days are numbered at that company if you step out of line. So he goes on.
He means the opposite. Like most on the left, what Schulman actually wants is utter conformity, a world where only approved opinions are allowed. Last year, PayPal banned Alex Jones from using its platform for saying things they didn't like. They've also banned anti-Muslim activist Laura Loomer, the publication VDare, and a number of other people and organizations whose speech they believe should be silenced. Schulman admitted that his company takes guidance on who to ban from the Southern Poverty Law Center. That's an entirely fraudulent organization that works as an arm of the Democratic National.
So the Southern Poverty Law Center was started during the Civil Rights Movement, and it had good foundations to it. But now the SPLC is just a bunch of left-wing thugs. That's all they are. And they are radical. They create lists of people who are problematic, right? Alex Jones is on that list. Laura Loomer's on that list. If I get it big enough, I will be on that list. Make no doubt about it. They've also put some people on there who are not problematic. Like they've put on there a woman named Ayaan Hirsi Ali. She's a Muslim woman, or she was a Muslim woman born in Somalia, and she was a victim of female genital mutilation. She escaped an arranged marriage, ran to the Netherlands, actually got elected to parliament there, and began speaking out against Islam because she's an atheist now because of what it did to her. And you can't speak badly about Islam in the Netherlands because it's a radical left country. So they put a fatwa on her head. They decapitated her friend Theo Van Gogh, and they put a bounty on her head. And instead of having her back, what did they do? What did Parliament do in the Netherlands? They condemned her for hate speech, for saying negative things about Muslims, even though she was one. She had her genitals mutilated because of that. And she has the audacity to speak out. So where did she go? The only country in the world that hadn't completely lost its mind at the time, the United States of America, where she resides today. And she's a fucking hero, but you never hear about her, do you? You never hear leftists talk about her. You should, but you don't, because she criticizes the wrong people. And she supports, of course, Donald Trump. And the SPLC put her on the fucking list of like problematic people. She's a fucking Muslim. She was one. Because she speaks negatively of Islam. Like, that's how you end up on this fucking list. They are a bunch of thugs and bullies at the SPLC, and no human being should take them seriously, but they do. They're often cited by people like Elizabeth Warren and others as saying, whoa, this person's bad. They're on the SPLC list. They made the list. They literally have a fucking list. And as we're going to see here, Tucker talks about, PayPal colludes with them.
National Committee. According to Schulman, quote, the line between free speech and hate, nobody teaches it to you in college. Nobody defined it in the law. Well, that's ridiculous. It is very much defined in the law and has been for 50 years. In 1969, the Supreme Court conclusively decided that hate speech does not exist.
Yeah. So basically, the SPLC colludes with PayPal now and puts pressure on them because PayPal wants to be woke. Shulman wants to be woke. He wants to please the Southern Poverty Law Center because he's afraid of them. If he gets out of line, he could get on their list too. He doesn't want that, does he? So let's go back to the Fox News story because there was an interesting quote in here, right? Pull this up. So, conservatives call for PayPal boycott after CEO says Southern Poverty Law Center, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so the quote here from the Wall Street Journal, which this guy's name is, I don't want to pronounce it. He's basically another former Muslim who ended up on the list for being an anti-Muslim extremist. Majid Nawaz, a liberal who was a former Islamic radical and who converted and basically speaks ill of radical Islam a lot, and he ended up on their list as well. I mean, this quote right here really says it all. This is from the CEO of PayPal, which kicked me off today. Our mission is to democratize financial access for all citizens so that managing and moving money is right for everybody, not a privilege for the affluent. Not everybody, not me. I can't move money. Again, they don't even fucking do anything. They just exist and allow us to fucking exchange money between each other. But your job that's literally your fucking job, is to exist and move money. That's it. It is not your job to have a mission to democratize financial access. Huh? First of all, you're not even doing that. You're kicking people off. PayPal, as people pointed out, relies on the radical left-wing Southern Poverty Law Center to decide on who to ban from their platform. I mean, it's basically what they're doing. That is essentially what they're doing. This is what Shulman says again. These are both on the right and the left that help us. Oh yeah, sure thing. Southern Poverty Law Center has brought things. We don't always agree. We have our debates with them. Oh, sure thing. No, they got them by the fucking balls. They got them by the goddamn balls. So anyway, that's that story. I don't think I have. I looked up a bunch of other people that had this issue because there are issues. And there, like, if you just search for it on Google, like, you'll see a lot of these people. Like, this one guy posts about it that he got a permanent ban, limited, because it was terminated without any good reason. They don't tell anybody the fucking reason, and they're just gone. Now, like I said, they've made a good chunk of money off of me in the last year for doing fucking nothing, basically, right? Just existing and taking their cut. That should be that. If I owned a company, that's all I would care about. I don't give a fuck who uses it. I don't care. Anybody. It's not my job to care who's using my fucking platform. It's my job to move money. So I'm going to shut the fuck up and move the money. That's it. But these people don't get that, and they want to like be woke. Everybody's just trying to be woke, and it's like the woke Olympics. It's just virtue signaling. All these people with Black Lives Matter shit on their side. It's driving me fucking nuts. And I swear to God, we need a national divorce. We can't be in the same fucking country as these people. We can't, and that's okay. That's okay. I can't fucking ever live and agree with fucking people. We're too far apart. We just need a divorce. The only thing that needs to be settled is who gets what. Where are we going to live, right? I feel like we should get dibs on the South. Kind of, they got more of us already down there. It'll be easier to make the move. Weather's better. I mean, they get California. That's pretty sweet. That's a nice piece of land, right? They got the Northwest. They got the Northeast, right? They get all that shit. We'll take the Heartland. I don't know. We'll figure out the Great Lakes. We'll divvy that up in some way. But we just need, you guys can run your fucked up country with no borders and hate speech laws and forgiving college loans, and nobody has to pay for anything anymore. And we'll have permanent fucking lockdown. You guys do that. Fine. Have that fucking country, and we'll see how long it lasts. And meanwhile, I don't know who gets to be United States anymore. Who gets to keep that name and the flag? Maybe we'll flip a coin for it. I don't know. But I feel like our country is going to be so much fucking better and built to last as long as we get, like, we can't fucking keep doing with these people. We cannot live in the same country as fucking people like this. We need a country where we can have our own institutions that are fucking not subject to this bullshit, period. Who's with me? Anyway, so I'm all for it. We can't do secession because it's like too complicated geographically, but we just need a national divorce. We just got to figure out how the fuck we're going to divide this shit up. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and the last thing I'll share here about this, right? About CDA Section 230, because this kind of explains it right here, what's happening. So PayPal tech companies have the right to free association. It talks about how Alex Jones was kicked off of PayPal, etc. And this is it right here. Okay. If you apply the principal protections of the Section 230 under federal positive law, PayPal, as an interactive computer service broadly defined under the statute, can pursue, quote unquote, any action voluntarily taken in good faith to restrict access to or availability of material that the provider or user considers to be obscene, lewd, lascivious. This is so freaking objective. Is that the right word? I always get objective and subjective confused. Oh, by the way, thank you, Bruins Gal, for saying for the First Amendment. I appreciate that. As well as thank you to Blarney Cated for saying Turtle Boy won't be silenced. This is why I love you people, is that you won't allow me to be silenced, right? Because they're not just attacking me, they're attacking you. You're here because you agree with the things that I'm saying. And you're glad somebody's fucking saying it, right? Because nobody else can. Maybe you can't because of your job. Maybe you can't because, whatever. You're afraid. I understand. I used to be a teacher. I totally get it. So they're not just attacking me. They're attacking you. And they're trying to silence you as well. And so this is how you fight back. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much, Sean. He says, long live the turtle riders. Without you, like, once we realize that we have the power to keep this going on our own, they're like, fuck, it didn't work. Shit. Let's go to the banks. Let's get them to stop having the ability to send money to one another. Well, guess what? We're going to find a way. No matter what they do, we'll get around it. Like, I don't care if we have to fucking, you guys can mail me fucking checks. I don't give a shit. I'll go around doing fucking, monthly boot drives or some shit. I'll figure it out. I'll hustle. We'll get it done. Like, you can't stop people from exchanging money in the United States of America. You can't fucking do it. You can make it harder, but you can't ultimately do it. Thank you. Big Daddy Bad Love says FBLM. So it goes on to say, blah, blah, blah. So that's basically how they get away with it, is they have Section 230 gives them this broad thing, right? Is this ridiculous protection. And that is why we need to repeal Section 230. That should be the primary goal for all parties, but definitely the Republican Party. And most Republicans are against it. There's like 5 people that understand this. Senator Hawley, Senator Cruz, they get it. Senator Cotton, the younger senators in the Republican Party, they understand these things. But it's the old guys that you never heard of before that are bought and paid for by these tech companies that are the actual problem. Like, read this part right here. I've read the complaint. So this is what a Berlin Shoka of Tech Freedom, a tech policy think tank. So this guy's, unbiased, and he's just going to tell you. He goes, I've read the complaint, the Alex Jones complaint, because he sued when he was kicked off PayPal. This will be tossed out on 230 grounds easily, right? The lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. So we just got to get rid of CDA 230, period. Got to get rid of CDA 230. That is the problem, period. Okie dokie. So that's that. Let's talk about something else. Get rid of fucking 230. Anyway, I want to play something here real quick. Not to change the subject too much, but people love this shit. They can't get enough. The other day, so there's this guy named Pauly Crispy. And speaking of, like, I don't know, censorship and like pressure to conform. So this guy, he doesn't seem like that bad of a guy, but he has like a little YouTube channel that has like panels and shit, right? And he's into the auditor world and stuff like that. I've actually been on his thing before, and he was respectful to me, let me say my piece on there. But afterwards, Kate Peter was so pissed that this guy gave him a platform that she starts posting in Discord saying things like, oh my God, Pauly, if you want to make it in the YouTube world, if you want to like make it in this business, then you need to keep guys like that off of your platform, because I am not going to support you if you do that. And I am not. So basically she was putting pressure on him and saying, oh, thank you very much, Margaret. Appreciate that very much. Thank you. If you allow this to happen, then that's not going to, you're never going to be a big YouTube star like me. Like she literally said that in the Discord. Not those exact words, but that sentiment. Well, so the guy all of a sudden changed his tone, and he basically is Kate Peter's bitch at this point. And so he has this panel the other day, and on the panel, it turned into this fucking free-for-all. And one of a turtle rider named Kate on there, who has this long-standing feud with Ashley Trashavado and Bristol Blarney and Gaffney and crew, for good reason, by the way. We've been over that before. They went on there and they got in a pissing match again, and they argued. And then Kate has decided now that this woman is not allowed on Pauly Crispy's channel. She said that. Like, don't allow her on there anymore, Pauly. If you're on there, then I can't. If you're gonna allow her on there, then I can't support you. It's the same fucking idea that these SJWs do with PayPal. Like, oh my God, if you allow them on your platform, then you're part of the problem. All Pauly Crispy should be doing is just allowing people to come on and fucking hash it out, talk it over. So listen to Kate here. You got to hear this cry. It is the fakest cry I've ever heard in my life. Let's just listen to a minute or so here. Because, by the way, so he puts up this live video, and then Kate tells him to take it down. She puts pressure. Pauly, if you don't take that video down, you should not be having this person. And he bans Turtle Kate from ever coming on the show again. He has blocked her. And he took the video down. Well, guess what? We have people save it. We got it. You can't take it down forever. The internet's forever. This is what happens.
Okay, that you feel the need to come in Discord. Why are you there? Why the? I can't even tell you the last time I went to Turtle
me in Discord too.
Yeah, me too. That's what they do in Discord. Furthermore, why are you there to begin with? Oh yeah, because you're looking for trouble. Because you love this shit. Stay the fuck out of it, dude. We don't go there. We don't go there and fucking start shit. Can't even tell you the last time I've been to his fucking page, because I'm pretty sure we have each other blocked anyways. But still, you know, it's like, stay on your own side of the fence, dude. Just go over there. Just go play over there, please.
I would take 1 trillion memes made of me, find the worst pictures you can of me looking fat or deranged or my teeth look jacked up, whatever. I would prefer that to strange adults on the internet calling my 11-year-old son a sexual predator and a child molester for something that you people don't even know. You don't even know. He's a child. So fuck you and fuck where you came from too. Like, are you kidding me? Some memes? Like some memes? It's like it's perfectly acceptable to drag somebody's fucking children through it, but God forbid somebody makes a meme of you because you're acting crazy. Like that's
before I go continue. Thank you, by the way, Jeremy Joseph, for saying fuck commies, and thank you, Adam Hurst, for the Gnome, I think it was Gnome Howley endorsement for 2024. I'm leaning towards Ron DeSantis myself, but I'll take either of those two any day. Anyway, quite the performance there. Quite the performance. So this is her again crying. So, oh my God, they brought my kids into it. They brought my kids into it. Kate, dear, you abused those kids. You abused 4 of your kids. Okay. You don't get to complain about other people hurting your kids when you hurt those kids more than anybody. Nobody has ever harmed. Nobody can ever come close to the damage you did to those kids. Okay. Now, what she's referring to there is a shocking DCF report, one of many taken out on Kate Peter, that describes what happened when all 4 of the kids were taken out of her home. And in it, the older 2 children were staying in a foster home, and the younger one, the boy, had to be separated and could not live in the home anymore and had to go to a mental health hospital, poor kid, mental health hospital, because he was being inappropriate with his older sister. Okay. Now, The inference there is that it was something of a sexual nature, like something he was probably not taught was inappropriate, meaning that his parents, the people that were, tasked with raising him and teaching him about boundaries, they never did that. They never did that. Instead, because Kate neglects them. These kids need structure. They need somebody there for them. And Kate was never there for them because she was too busy getting drunk and fucking junkies, basically, and causing drama. And God knows the things that these kids saw to mirror that behavior. That is not a shot, Kate. And this is what she's trying to do. Cry about, oh my God, you're coming to kids. No, Kate. Nobody's saying that your son is the problem here. Your son is not the problem. Your son is the victim here. The problem is you. You did this. You are the monster that did this. I make fun of her and shit, but when you think about it, dude, she's a fucking monster. Who could ever do that to kids? I have 2 kids upstairs, man. I put them to bed before this show. I love those fucking kids so much. I would never, ever, ever allow harm to come to them. Ever. I keep them separate. Like, they'll never be part of this blog or anything like that. I'll never make them characters in the blog. She has her freaking kids come on the show and meet these weirdos and shit. And again, does this sound like a real cry to you? Like, let me play that tape one more time. Does this sound like legit? Or does this sound somebody who's like trying to win, like make a point on a panel?
Play over there, please.
I would take 1 trillion memes made of me, find the worst pictures you can of me looking fat or deranged or my teeth look jacked up, whatever. I would prefer that to strange adults on the internet calling my 11-year-old son a sexual predator and a child molester for something that you people don't even know. You don't even know. He's a child. So fuck you.
She can't even cry. Like, that's the most amazing part about this is you're a woman, you're a mother, and you don't even have the ability to do a real cry, Like, it's perfectly normal to cry. She doesn't have it in her. She's like not even human. We've seen this before when she does her fake cries and stuff on TV, and then just goes right back to it. All she's trying to do here is just win the argument. That's all she cares about. These kids are currency to her. She's like, oh, I can use them again to attack turtle riders. See, you guys are being mean to my kids. I love them so much. Just leave my kids out of this. And then she'll use that as justification for her deplorable behavior.
And fuck where you came from too. Like, are you kidding me? Some memes? Like, some memes? It's like it's perfectly acceptable to drag somebody's fucking children through it, but God forbid somebody makes a meme of you because you're acting crazy. Like, that's totally over the line. Like, it's insane.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, yeah, listen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm already fucking exhausted, so I'm gonna cut this.
Pauly Crispy. Doofy was on it. So anyway, Doofy, of course, is Angelo from Southie, bro. Hottest fucking dude in Southie. Third hottest. There was 2 other fucking guys from the neighborhood. 2 guys, right? Like, you could bust their balls a little bit, but like if you cross the line, you didn't want to cross the line. You know what I mean? You didn't want to go there because those guys, nobody messed with them. And the streets talked. If word got back to them, and it always did, you're in fucking trouble. You didn't want to be on their bad side. Oh, thank you very much, Brian. I appreciate that. You can buy me a beer. I absolutely will. Thank you very much, sir. So, anyway, what I'm going to talk about here, can we get Bret on? Because people want to know what happened to Bret the other night. Bret completely disappeared. Thank you very much again, Brian. I appreciate that. I am going to put if we can get Bret to come on. I want to hear his thoughts about Angelo because can you guys believe Bret missed Angelo? That was clap. And I know you listened to it afterwards. He's like, that was fucking. I went back and listened to that show and go back and listen to Saturday's show, guys. Our Sunday show. It is hilarious. One of the funniest segments I've ever heard on there. I mean, he sounded like you hear that impression, right? But like he came on, I'd never heard him talk before. He sounded exactly like that. Like it was the exact same thing. So let me show you guys here. I'll pull up my conversation with Angelo because you got to read this shit. It is fucking wild. Wild, wild, wild. Let me see. There's Bret. Yo,
Hey.
what's up, fool?
What's up, man?
Going on? So what happened to you the other night? Everyone was worried about you.
So I already explained this to you. Do you want me to tell the whole story?
Yes. So other people want to know.
All right. So a lot of people think it's always you that's late, but a lot of times on Saturdays, it's my laptop fucking up and this and that. So we were wicked late. Beforehand, I didn't get to hear the freestyle or nothing. And then during the show, you remember there was that delay, right? Like you'd ask me something and so I was like, listen, I don't want to miss the phone calls. Let me reset my shit. And I leave. 2 minutes later, not only does the internet go off, the electricity, everything else just boom, gone. Electricity comes back on. I hear yelling downstairs. I go outside, and it turns out 2 people that got evicted from the building next door moved into our basement.
And what did they do?
Well, they tried to pry into I don't know how it works nowadays. There's a cable box, like Spectrum Cable has the hub in the basement. And that's where they connect, disconnect you, all that shit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And they tried to splice into it to hook up a portable DVD player.
Get the fuck out.
Like they thought that if they plugged some wires into this thing, they could watch TV. So everything goes out. Huh?
So that's what happens.
That's what happened to the internet.
Okay.
But then it gets worse.
Oh.
So I'm downstairs. I used to work for our landlord before I got fired during the COVID shit. And it's the landlord now, cops, people are getting arrested. I'm sitting in my landlord's truck and I'm like, dude, fucking everything went out. I explained the whole thing to him. He's like, listen, I'll give you money off the rent if you change the lock on the basement and keep an eye on it. I'm like, cool. I go back upstairs. As soon as I come back upstairs, my wife is screaming at me because during this whole thing, she had been in the room trying to be quiet, didn't want to argue. Now that everything has gone to shit, she's like, hey, at work today, some fucking wig abroad kept calling and asking for you and then laughing.
Who was it?
Oh, I don't know. Now, I remember I told you I sent her links to Ashley's blogs because I thought it might be Ashley. And phone voice is the same as video voice.
Oh, okay.
And she said it's not the same one. So, but it's from them. So, but anyway, I get back up there. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. And I start looking for my phone. Can't find my phone. And I realize I left it in my landlord's truck. So now I have an angry wife, no internet, no cable, no phone. And so I spent the rest of my night sitting here seething. And that's what happened.
Everybody thought you
Sunday.
like, people were legit worried you were like dead and shit. I'm like,
you have, now listen, that makes me feel so good. I got up. So the next day, I work all morning. I fucking do all this shit. I catch my landlord. I grab my phone at like 1:30 in the afternoon on Monday. I text you first. I catch up with text. An hour later, they fixed the internet and cable. And I explained it on my page. And the amount of people that didn't give a fuck about a show or anything, they're like, hey, are you all right? And that like I'm a horrible person, man. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not someone people should worry about. And the thing about Turtle Nation and the type of people that gather around a business like TurtleBoy Sports.
Yeah.
It's a community that they don't give a fuck about the dumb shit. They care about each other. And as long as you don't attack us, we ain't going to attack you.
Yeah.
Right?
No, that's exactly what it is. So, Anyway, I do appreciate that, Brett. But what did you think of Angelo the other day? Because
all right, the only reason he called in was because I wasn't there.
You think so?
Anyone thinks something different, I know for a fact.
So you're saying we should call him tonight?
I think you should call him right now, actually, sir.
Okay. Well, let me show you real quick what happened here, because he did message me. He's messaged me a bunch about that.
I've seen the new messages.
Yeah,
where he's saying he tried to clown you.
Yeah, that's his whole thing, is that guys, he was just kidding when he said that he was vulnerable. If you recall, like, Angelo is a guy who used to be a turtle rider and went with Kate Peter, and basically when Kate shut her channel down on February 25th, he came crawling back and like literally apologized. A grown man apologized to another grown man and said, "Can I come back and read and talk on your blog, please?" And I said, "No." I said, "No, I don't think that's an authentic enough apology. I want a better one than that. You're going to need to grovel a little bit more than that." And eventually, he
You're downplaying it. You're downplaying it.
Okay, go ahead. Why?
All right. So the thing that struck me in the PMs was, you lied to me. And you said, "What I lie about? I showed you all these things, and you still support a broad that's trying to have me arrested, that lost half her kids." And he goes, "You lied to me." And about what? He goes, "You said that everyone could be forgiven, but now I can't." Now listen, I don't give a fuck what I've done. There is not a grown man that I would say, "You lied to me. You said I could be forgiven, dada." Dude, come on.
No, it is.
I know I read too much into shit, but bruh,
that is
he was literally awaiting your nuts upon his lower jaw. You know what I mean?
Yes.
He was bowing to the king at that point.
Yes, he was basically.
And then when he goes, "You're attacking me," and you said, "Why shouldn't I attack you, motherfucker?" And he goes, "Because I'm vulnerable."
I'm vulnerable.
And wait, and I'm a sweetheart.
That was my favorite. He referred.
And then you wait, but then you stopped and you said, "I don't give a fuck," or whatever you said, and he goes, "Because I'm vulnerable."
I'm vulnerable. Please,
dude. You are a walking Massengill commercial, son. Yes. Tampax should sponsor you.
Yeah, Tampax should sponsor. Like, there's no coming back from that. Like, you can't. How do you? He's trying the whole. "Oh, you didn't know? I was kidding. It was all a big fucking joke. It was all just a big joke."
All right. Do you know how you kill that, though? Do you know how you kill that excuse? Because the Discord that you've been privy to since the breakup, right? Every time something happens, they take credit for it, right?
Yes.
You know, like Ed and all that, and then my mom's daycare. Right? They take credit for it.
Yes.
If that was the case, if he was telling the truth, and it was all he's trying to play you, and he's laughing as he writes it, and blah blah blah, it would have been all over the Discord. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would have said, "Dude, look how I'm playing this fucking faggot," and Doofy would have been trying to get his dicks up. You understand what I'm saying?
I know exactly what you're saying.
So it wasn't fake. You were trying to hedge your bets. Here, I'll go this far. Angelo, you little cunt. This is Turtle Boy. This is me to you, brother. You didn't have this persona a year ago, man. You were a good dude.
Yeah, we
were happy. Like you went along with jokes. I remember a couple times you had a different view. It got discussed. Like, everyone was cool.
Yeah.
But you weren't this hotto whitey bulge wannabe little bitch.
I had no idea he was like, but he
so once Aidan told you to apologize genuinely or kick rocks, you went to Kate. And I get it, man. I really do. I understand. You wanted to belong to something. I understand it, man.
Yeah.
That ain't my thing.
Yeah.
But it works for people like you.
Yeah.
I've seen your Facebook posts and your pictures, brother. No one tries that hard to look tough if they're tough.
Yes, exactly.
Think about that, brother.
Exactly.
You don't have to pump your chest out. If you know what I mean?
I know exactly.
Like, The toughest guys on the planet have never wrote "I'm tough."
True. That's true. Like
Right?
I'll fight anybody. I'm the toughest fucking guy.
Hey,
So toughest.
I'll pay anyone if you can find someone that can beat me in a fight over here. Do the voice, man. Do the voice.
Oh, the Angelo voice? Oh,
yeah,
bro. I was just, bro. You thought I was fucking serious, bro? Oh, bro. You think I would ever fucking do something like that, bro? I'm fucking Angelo from Southie. Nobody fucks with me. Nobody fucks with me. People try a couple times. But you know, I got iron fists. You know, one fucking punch. That's all it takes. That's what they call
Angelo. Hey, Angelo.
One punch Angelo.
Hey, Angelo. What do you and a wedding ring have in common?
What?
Do it.
Oh, no, that was the fucking thing. What was the thing? We every bitch wants us or something.
I'm like a wedding ring. Bitches don't say no to me. Hey!
He only wears magnums. He only wears magnums with black chicks, bro. He only wears magnums. And so there's this guy, Brian Sessions, who runs the News New England channel. I've been on there a couple times. He's the other guy that goes after K. Peter fucking hard. And I got a video here of
he's the one that went to our house, right?
Yes. He's a little bit, but I like him. You know, I dig him. Now,
he's all right.
Yeah, he is what he is. I mean, I'm not hanging out with him on the weekend or anything like that, but we have a common interest here. Now, Angelo and these people in this group, they really want to prove to Kate that they're loyal and shit, that they can trust Kate. So he made one YouTube video we found, and you got to hear this fucking video. Have you heard this video yet, Brett?
No, I avoid all these third string people.
Yourself. This is him.
All right, go ahead.
Telling Brian Sessions to calm the fuck down. All right, let's hear it out. Let's check this out.
New England, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're an old guy with panelists and fans that fucking mainly harass women. Like, how big of pussies are you? You know, you talk about men, but about suing them and whatever.
Huh? What?
And fucking step to a grown man. Well, nobody would hit you because you're a fucking geriatric sloth from Goonies looking motherfucker. You know? So instead of, just harassing on YouTube, you take it to the next level by going stalking somebody's house. Got a gun with you, got no name with you.
He sounds like he's about to cry.
He is. Hold on. Angelo's calling me.
Oh, good.
Should I answer it?
All right, get rid of absolutely. What do you mean, should I?
All right, Angelo.
Let's go, motherfucker. You got Bret with you now.
Okay. So we were just listening to your video. You sound.
Yes, I was watching.
You sound very You sound nervous in that video. Your voice is shaking and stuff. You don't sound like.
I don't know what the fuck was going on. You know.
Why'd you make? So you made a video white knighting for Kate.
Yeah.
Right, I was.
How come?
There's no motherfuckers like you that will back them up.
So why do you
bag?
Why the you're
yeah. You're a fucking tough guy.
Well, you're the security. You're official master security.
Shut your fucking mouth. Just
bro. If I don't, I'll tell you what. If I don't shut my mouth, it's gonna be a fucking problem.
Say what you want to say. Let's go, faggot.
Okay. Okay. So let me pull up the conversation that you and I had last night because you said some interesting things here.
So did you?
Oh, I did. I said a lot of them. So,
sweetie,
let's see a couple things here because I've told you about K. Peter and the history of abusing kids, right?
You show me so much about K. Peter.
Okay, so well, first of all, do you believe that? So, are you sticking with your story that you were just kidding around when you?
I was fucking with you the whole time with all those messages. So just stop with that.
What were you doing? So, how were you fucking with me?
I just fucking with like. What do you mean? How was I fucking with you?
Like, I don't get it. What's the joke? What's the joke?
Like, I didn't care. Like, you were threatening people, like making them try.
But why would you tell another grown man that you're a vulnerable sweetheart?
Hey, Brett. Honestly, I like you, but honestly,
no, you don't like me because we're on opposite sides. And listen. I haven't insulted you yet, right?
Yeah.
I just asked the question. why would you don't clarify shit? Just answer the question, brother. Why would you tell another grown man that you are a vulnerable sweetheart? And then you repeated that you're vulnerable. Why? For what?
All right. So Bret, to answer your question, I said to him, I said, as a grown man, like he's asking me to as a grown man, he's asking me to apologize to him. You don't get
no. At the point, now listen, from how I understand it, at the point of the breakup, right?
He's not showing
wait, just listen, brother. No, this is me and you talking.
Go ahead.
All right. So at the point with the breakup, right? Like they went, boom, they explode. It looks like to me that you crawled back to him and you got mad that he wasn't accepting your apology. And now you're saying that was a scam, that you were playing him, right?
Yeah. So I swear on my son's life that I was basically trolling him when I sent him that apology.
For what though? To what end?
Oh, just because he was going after all the women. I'm not gonna name names, but he was going after women. So I was like, I'm gonna do a fake apology. I even said for these females, and I have screenshots. There are screenshots of me saying it, that I'm gonna write this, and he's gonna reject it. And guess what he did? He did exactly what I said.
All right, can you show me those time and dated things to where you said that? Because if you wait, brother. If you can, then that proves that you're being honest. If you can't,
I'll get them to you. I can't right now, honestly.
Okay, when can you get them?
Once I'm off the phone with you.
Okay, yeah, I'd love to see him. But if you can't, then what were you saying, Bret? If you can't, then
then he's full of shit.
Yeah, I mean,
and the only thing now, listen, the only reason I'm even saying this guy's name, and like I said, dude, I used to like him. Like he seemed like a decent motherfucker. You know what I mean? A regular, run of the mill, masshole guy.
I haven't disliked you since this.
Stop sucking his
dick. No, but during this, both of you shut the fuck up. During your PMs with Aidan, you said, you were screaming for Bret. Well, why throw my name in if you ain't got a fucking problem with me? You know what I mean? Why the fuck insert me into something that ain't got nothing to do with me?
No, but he was screaming for you last night.
No, but he wasn't.
I mean, Sunday night, am I not lying?
How was I screaming for
Dude, the only reason you called in Sunday was because you realized I wasn't there. That's why.
Come on, Bret.
Dude, you looked around the Masshole Report's male fucking fan base and you saw all these bitches. And you developed this persona as a tough guy.
All right, so
you're not a tough guy, man.
Yeah, you're not a tough guy.
No. All right. Listen to this. All right, so if you want to think of me like that, then I only called in because you weren't there. So let's go at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go. What do you want to say? Let's go.
I've said, what the fuck haven't I been clear about, bro?
Yeah,
I think that in my relationship with you, how long have we been friends on Facebook? How long?
No, but
answer the fucking question, shit dick. Before this breakup, how long were we friends? Like 2 years, right?
Like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. And you were always this easygoing, striper fishing, like just a nice dude. Then the breakup happens.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, you looked at the landscape, son, and they're like, hey, I want to run with Kate. And look at all Kate's guy fans. It's a bunch of dicks tucked in, man cunt losers. And you develop this persona of a tough guy.
No, I never developed a persona of being a tough
guy.
Dude,
you really did, though.
No. Honestly, if you know me, you know what I'm about.
Dude, I respected you until I saw the Discord. No, Aidan, please just wait. Yeah. Honestly, Angelo, no bullshit, and I don't care what my fans say. I respected you until I saw that Discord shit. No one can beat me, son. I'll defend everyone, son. I'm whacking niggas out with one punch, son.
Son.
That's what you were doing.
You guys are making up that word son, like.
Oh, that's
No,
true.
I'm using son because that's what I use.
Hey, Brett,
Listen, I'm not saying you said son.
I'll tell you my personal experiences on Discord. Of my life. So
right.
if everyone wants to try to beat that, then fucking come beat it. Beat me, then fucking come try it.
I don't know.
That's where you go, huh?
No, I'm just saying.
How old are you? How old are you?
I'm full of shit, basically. Because I fall.
How old are you? No, I think you're full of shit. I think you're fulfilling a role that Kate wants you to fulfill. And then when she's done with you, when you become a liability, you will be thrown away like the piece of shit you are. You don't understand that yet, but you fucking will.
Yeah, like you want to act like the tough guy? These are some. You want to hear some things that you posted in there? You want to stick with that? You want to act like a tough guy?
I posted in there. Fucking just posting online.
Nobody fucks with me.
Yeah, nobody does fuck with me.
Oh, so you're not okay? So you do act like a tough guy in there?
No, I don't. Like how am I acting like a tough guy? Like when I'm saying that if I'm out in public, that if I'm standing there, some shit like happens, nobody fucks with me. How's that being a tough guy?
That's the definition of what a tough guy, quote unquote, tries to pretend like. So let me show you. Here's the thing. Let's talk about something because we talked about this last night.
We're not all fucking 5'6".
So here's a DCF report. Now you support Kate Peter, correct?
I support, yeah.
Okay.
I support her.
So this is a DCF report of the two kids.
Fucking stupid shit again.
Wait. No, he said that you faked this.
Yes, he's claiming
I was joking. Like, oh my god!
So
you motherfucker.
is this?
So you were joking that he faked it?
Is this a real DCF report or not?
So you think, honestly?
Answer the question.
Brett. No.
Oh, you can't do it.
Please.
No.
Let me talk
Answer the fuck. No. Answer the question.
No.
Is this a real DCF? No. We are gonna get.
Let him. Wait. Let him ask what he wants. What do you want, man?
No. Brett. So
what?
Did you see what I was saying to Aidan during those messages?
About what, man?
Like right now, when I said it was fake.
Oh no! All I saw in those messages. Oh, now you kept saying all the paperwork was fake. Yeah. But what I saw, what stood out to me was
I was messing with him.
Okay, so again, so do you think it's real then? Is this paperwork
still jokes fake? Again?
I don't know what it is, but
okay.
Honestly, I was messing with you. I kept saying it was fake. This forged.
Well, obviously, you knew it was real. Obviously.
You're so easy to fucking troll.
Oh, yes. Okay. So here's the thing. So this is a person you support. I'm just going to read this to you. Okay. So the two kids were initially you support her. So you're going to hear what you support right now. The two kids that were initially removed were initially removed from their parents' care due to deplorable home conditions in February. The parents also have a history of domestic violence and substance abuse. The boy was reunified with his mother in April of 2014. The girl in March of 2015. The children were removed again in April of 2015 due to the mother's relapse and mental health concerns. The boy was initially placed in the kinship of a foster home of Miss Benoit, and the girl was placed in a specialized foster home of Mrs. D. Mrs. Monica Earls, who is Kate's mother, came forward and is approved as kinship placement for the girl and was placed in her home in August of 2012. The boy was placed with her on August 14th of 2012. In January of 2013, the girl's grandmother gave notice on both children and they were placed in an emergency foster home. And this is when Kate was making her YouTube videos, by the way. The following day, both children were transitioned to the home of a Mr. and Mrs. K, a departmental foster home. The boy was removed from the home on February 24th, 2013, after Mrs. K observed him acting inappropriately with his sister. The foster parent felt she could not keep both children safe as they were sharing a room. On February.
All right, stop.
Hold on. On February.
Wait, read that again. Read that last part again.
The boy was removed from his home February 24th, 2013, after Mrs. K observed him acting inappropriately with the girl. The foster parent felt they could not be kept both children safe as they were sharing a room. On February 25th, The boy was placed at St. Vincent's STAR program and remained there until September of 2013. So he was basically placed in a hospital for damaged children because he was so emotionally scarred by this, because his mother kept relapsing and neglecting them.
All right, so
and you support this woman.
You're showing us a piece of fucking paper that anybody could have fucking.
So is it real or not?
You tell me.
It is real. This is
Fake.
a DCF report.
He says it's fake.
Witness it? Till you witness it?
I'm reading about it. The DCF witnessed this. Yes.
Yeah. No, but have you witnessed it?
DCF witnessed it. They wrote it up.
Oh no, DCF did not witness.
Wait. So he's asking if you witnessed Kate's son trying to fuck his sister. That's his question.
His son's not like that.
How do you know? How do you know?
Because I met it and I'm drop the fucking whole. I met Kate's son. No,
so
this
what?
is on me. This is on me, motherfucker.
So what does that mean?
Yeah.
If you met him, that means this didn't happen because you met him?
No.
Aidan, shut up. Let him talk. Let him talk.
We're here to talk about me.
All right.
No.
But you said you met him.
No. First of all, this is my show. We're here to talk about
fucking talk about me.
So you're here to talk about your support of a child abuser. Why are you supporting
what the fuck you want to talk about me?
Why
what are you guys gonna say?
Why do you support a child abuser?
I support a child abuser.
You don't? You just read that. You read that report.
Dude, you cheat on your wife. You got
that is
caught.
that is an undeniable report right there. That is an undeniable report.
You admitted to
an
it
undeniable report.
An
Undeniable report that Kate
snort, Diane.
Selected those children. No.
Hey, Aidan, you admitted to that you cheated on.
No. That is an You're trying to deflect here from some nonsense.
Yeah. What does one have to do with the other?
Aidan,
you are deflecting. Can you answer?
On your wife.
Can you answer the question? Can you answer the question? Why are you supporting a child abuser?
I'm not supporting a child abuser.
Yes, you are. Based on this report, you are.
Wait, he said a child abuser. Angelo been drinking.
So I show you this. I show you this, and you go.
Tell me how is a child abuser no different than you?
No. A child. You're supporting this garbage. You're supporting this garbage.
Fuck you. No. What the fuck is the difference?
No. We're talking about Kate Peter here.
All right. Can I talk to him?
No, I said we dropped Kate Peter.
No. We're here to talk about your support. You're not changing the subject.
Never mind.
We're here to talk about your support of a woman who did some thing. Are you standing by that?
You both are
Huh? I'm still here.
Jesus, but
do you stand by that? Yes or no? Because you know that makes you just as bad. You know that makes you just as bad, right? You know that makes you just as bad, right? No. You're not changing the subject. You're not changing the subject. That makes you just as bad. Correct?
Hello.
So here is another report here from the agency. What is this? 2010. Sorry.
10 years ago.
Wait, what are you saying? We missed you there, Angelo.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. You fucking report fucking 10 years ago. Fuck you.
Well, it was only 5 years ago, but does that make it okay?
Wait. Angelo.
Yes, sir.
When they bring up my armed robbery this years ago, that's fine, right? But if Turtle Boy brings up stuff about them 10 years ago, it's bullshit, right?
I never said that.
I'm asking. It was a question.
No, yeah, honestly, Bret, shit that's wrong. I don't see, and it's not really proven.
It is proven.
I'm not gonna.
It is proven.
Aidan, I'm talking.
All right, Aidan, wait. Hey, Angelo. Does Kate have court on the 9th? Does she have court? Is that real?
Yes. And I fucking cocksucker right now.
There is a real. I don't give a fuck about that, man. Focus, nigga. And I said nigga a bunch of times. I'm half Mexican. I don't give a fuck.
Brett,
listen. December 9th is court for Kate, right?
Yeah.
What is the charge?
I don't fucking know. I don't care. It's not my fucking.
How the fuck don't you know? This is the person that you've been online saying, I'll protect her with my life. Right?
Yeah,
That's your stick, right?
I'm this fucking internet shit. I'm not a fucking.
No, this isn't internet shit, though, bruh.
Brett,
She has real world court on
fucking-
December 9th.
No, but you can call me a salty hot or whatever you want to fucking call me.
I didn't call you that. They called you that. That ain't got dick to do with me, son.
Like going after people. I am saying I would fucking protect them in person if shit went down.
Why would you protect a woman who did this to kids? Why would you protect a woman who did this to kids?
Protect you because you're a fucking piece of shit.
No, but why would you protect a woman who does this to kids?
I didn't see it.
Oh, so because you didn't see child abuse, you're okay with it. Okay,
you didn't see me commit armed robbery, but you co-signed it, right? Right? You didn't see it, but you co-signed it, right?
It happened, therefore it's okay. Therefore it's okay. No. You're not going to deflect. You are okay with child abuse, Angelo. You know you're a fucking fuck this shit, Brett. Okay, here's the deal. Here's the deal, fucking Angelo. You are a fucking piece of shit. You are a fucking absolute garbage fucking human being because you support a woman who did this to fucking kids. You support a woman who allowed sexual abuse in her fucking house, who allowed her fucking son to be so fucking damaged when he needed his mother more than fucking anything. He needed his mother more than anything and wasn't there. So it is what it is. That's
Angelo.
All.
Hey, Angelo.
That's all it comes down to. You support that nonsense.
Angelo.
It's not cool. It's not.
Hey,
cool.
Angelo.
All right. Anyway,
where'd it go?
You cheat on your wife.
Oh, so they're still talking. I had to mute him there.
That's what...
Talks, and really nothing he's saying is. Oh, was that?
Dude, you're a fucking pussy.
Oh, I am. Okay, well, I don't.
Hey, Angelo.
I'm sorry. Hey, what's up, bro?
Hey, turn Angelo's mic up. Can? And
no, I had to mute him there.
Why the fuck? Like, say there's even a slight chance that any of it's true. Wouldn't you at least look into it, man?
Yeah, obviously I would, but
well, have you though? But have you?
Yeah, I have, and like I said, no, I can just tell by her children that.
Dude, no. You've met half of them because the other half ain't there, nigga. They ain't there.
What am I do? Fucking run around the fucking world looking for them?
But if I go, hey, I'm going to this broad house that has 4 kids, and I meet 2 aren't there. There's 2 that aren't there.
About a girl about sex,
and one of them buried his digit in his sister. Do you understand that, man?
I don't come on, like honestly.
No. Answer the question.
It's not. What?
So what you're saying is, so from the evidence I got, and from what I see, I got what I, that's what I think of, and then I see Aidan, who has evidence right now.
No. We're talking about we don't.
That has nothing to do with nothing, man.
Like no. You are conflating 2 things that. Okay.
You
got caught. Sure thing. No. You're not going to deflect from this.
Listen, I'll refocus us both. Aidan, please give me a second. I'll refocus. Angelo. Her son was found to be molesting his sister, and they had to be separated. That's facts, man. That's not opinion. That's not rhetoric. And you stand by her.
I don't even talk about Brett. Honestly, I do not want to talk about Kate's family or anything like that.
Oh, you don't want to talk about the child abuse? Yeah.
Aidan, shut up.
No. I'm not going to shut up. You're going to shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
You might knock me out 1 punch, huh? Oh yeah, you might.
I'll lay you all with a fucking.
I ain't messing with you.
Hey,
dog.
Brett, I'm trying to talk to you personally, and not,
Hey, it ain't my show, man. So you fit in when you get it.
I know it's not. You got more pull than he does.
So anyway,
no, I don't, man. I'm a fucking dancing clown in a fucking arena that I like. Don't try to suck my dick anymore, bro. You don't got answers. You ain't got answers, I guess.
No, I got answers, but I'm trying.
Well, then quit deflecting. Spit it out, man.
Say the question to me again.
how do you stand by someone that's been proven to have lost half of her children, and one of them sexually assaulted the other, so they had to be separated and put into mental hospitals? How do you, the protector of women and children, justify that? Because you didn't see it?
I was saying that I didn't, when I met both of her children, and I'm trying to say I do not want to talk about her problems because I'm not about what situation her and her kids, whatever had. Like, I'm not here for that. But,
hey, at this point, Aidan, I really feel like I'm beating on a retarded kid, and I don't want any part of this. I really don't. Like, this seems fucking insane.
You guys are fucking too stupid.
Okay, I'm gonna let him go.
Oh, now I'm too stupid. Wait, real quick.
I hung up on
now
him.
I'm too stupid, right, Angelo?
I hung up on him. We're just
right.
Yeah.
No, I just want to justify what I'm gonna do next. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have no answers.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
How many times can I put the same question out?
You can't, man. I mean, it's stupid after a while because ultimately it's actually kind of sad to hear that because you got to remember that there's victims here, right? There are victims here.
Oh, here we go. Who's this?
It's him again. I'm not like
Fuck
there are
him.
actual victims here, right? And those are her kids. Okay, I'm gonna answer a stupid call and then I'm just gonna.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So anyway, there's actual victims here, right? And those are the kids. And for somebody, and you realize this is why child abuse happens is because adults look the other way. Angelo, he's not the brightest bulb, right? But he's presented with, undeniable evidence.
Hey, can you real quick, because I'm watching the comments, TurtleBoy Sports and Aidan Kearney aren't responsible for the things that come out of my mouth. And I've been no excuses. The N-word came out a couple times, and I'm 2/3 Mexican according to Ancestry.com, and he can't be held responsible for that.
Thank you.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm trying to make a serious point here, right? In that, this is all fun and games that we're shitting on these people and exposing them and stuff like that. But you got to remember here that there are victims in this, right? Those kids are traumatized. They're actual victims.
Dude.
Right?
A little boy tried to do something horrible to his sister, and it's not his fucking fault.
Right.
He was what?
Right. And so my point, and Leah's got a good comment there too, that I can't believe this kid. To support it is to be just as bad as the person doing it. And that's exactly my point. Kids need people to advocate for them. They need voices, right? And so for an adult to be presented with this information, right, that you see this report and you say,
not give a fuck,
and just say, treat it like a joke,
No, what did he say? I didn't see it.
Yeah, and so that makes it okay. Like, you didn't see Jerry Sandusky either, right? Does that mean he didn't do anything?
I didn't see OJ knife a couple people, but I'm pretty sure it happened.
Yeah. Exactly. And so for this to happen, this is why this sort of stuff happens to children, because adults don't ask for them. Adults don't ask for them. So anyway.
All right.
Go ahead. Were you gonna say something?
Yeah. Well, I probably shouldn't.
Go ahead.
So the thing with the troll shit, Maureen, Batista, Killerans, the Gaffney people, all that crap he did. No. But so one of the only things that bugs me is they keep saying that you've assaulted kids, but I've literally fucked them. Like, you know what I mean? They say I'm a child molester and stuff. And when I was thrown away when I was 12 in one of the residential treatment centers I was in, I met a couple adults that weren't exactly virtuous, and things happened. And these are scars that I live with.
Jeez, dude.
And so when these fucking pieces of shit make light, and just use these as weapons for, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I guess that's one thing I should, if I were to do this over again, is this needs to be treated a little bit more seriously. Like, you can't support something like this because there are actual victims here, right? And just think that that's okay. That's okay to do that, to look the other way. No. People need advocates. They need people to stand up for them. They need people to say, this isn't right. Right? You know, what happened to these children? That is not okay. And these people like Angelo are simply enabling it because they stand by, they are made aware of it. And then he tells me, DCF does not type like that. It is a forged piece of paper. You type that up. Anyone can do that. And then they deflect by just making up nonsense and talking about, you know, sexual harassment and whatever the hell else they're talking about. I don't even pay attention. It's not even worth, because it's all it is a deflection from a very serious problem that they're not choosing to address. That's all I got to say. Anyway, why don't we answer some questions? It's been a late night. You guys have any questions? Ask away.
My bad. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, I know. I feel you. Thanks for sharing, bro. I mean, I'm sure this shit.
It just gets me. Like, there's only a few things that get me real heated.
Yeah.
Like the troll shit, dude. I could give a fucking fuck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You can call me all these things. You can make these memes. You can do all this bullshit. I don't give a fuck, man. It says way more about you than it does about me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
My days are spent living my real life. Your days are spent making memes of me and Aidan Kearney on Facebook 18 hours a day. Well, who won then? I believe me and you won, because we didn't sit on Facebook putting your face on a big-titted broad and saying we fuck kids. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would say so.
So we won.
Yep. All right. Any questions you guys have? Ask away. Any FOIA updates? No, I don't have much on that. Sorry. What else here? Other questions? Where do we send the check? I'll get back to you. I do. There is a donate button now on the website. We do have one on there. We're just going to use a processor called Stripe until they eventually take us down to. So there's that.
Any other questions? You know how many memes and shit there's going to be tomorrow, man, because of this?
There's going to be a lot of memes.
Oh, yeah, of course there is. Bret got fucked as a kid.
Oh, yeah, they're going to love
like,
that.
oh, that's going to... I don't give a fuck, though. Fuck them. That's my point. They only have the power we give them. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Ignore them because they're bitches. It's a bunch of cowards, and they don't affect your real life.
Mm-hmm.
And not for nothing, we're better than them, man. We are better than them, and that kills them inside. No?
No, it does. It does. And that's ultimately, and you know what? I'm gonna, as soon as this court date is over with her, and I'm just gonna let justice prevail, and I'm not even going there anymore. I'm done with them, quite frankly.
No, you'll have to, because after the 9th, they're gonna have enough to bring it to court. And so that's you're true. Still that's connected true. To it.
Yeah, so I'll still be in it. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
I just want you to have the brother. I just want to just go in there with that Viking fucking paint, man.
Mm.
Just go in there and fucking eat that cunt's lunch. Look at all they've done, man. And now your PayPal, son. You remember Ricky-O, the guy that Leah threatened with the dog? What the fuck's that asshole?
Yeah.
Always, I'm going to report this to PayPal. I'm going to report this to PayPal. And then a few weeks ago, there was some asshole in the comments wanting my PayPal. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. I do remember that.
That's because the plot against your PayPal was already in motion, and they wanted to get a BOGO. They wanted to get a 2-for-1. I'm telling you, man, everyone thinks I'm crazy until shit goes to pass, and they're like, oh, Bret was right. You motherfuckers should try listen to me before it goes to shit.
Exactly. Anyway, sorry, I'm just trying to read the questions and I'm listening to you at the same time. But anybody have any last minute questions before we call it a night? Let's see.
Mitchio, German Shepherd.
Yeah, Deep Turtle. Okay. All right. So if nobody else has any,
well, wait, look at that one. Can't you claim damages?
I'm sure I could, but
After this, though, right?
That requires like suing. Like seems like a lot of work. I'm gonna sue Kate Peter. What money does she have?
Yeah, good
You know,
point.
yeah.
Oh, people are saying that Mr. Bow Out is back on YouTube.
Ah, he's back.
Ed.
Ed's back. So that was a 3 days off. He's back. He's back.
No, Lionel Meek said call Constantino. Constantino wants nothing to do with this,
I want
man.
nothing to do with him.
And fuck him. He's not worth us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. No, he's not.
Fuck that little bitch. Hey, Constantino, you know what you call a Greek with a big dick? Answer, Aidan.
Italian.
And with that, we'll see you assholes next week.
All right, cool.
Make sure you tip your waitresses.
All right, guys. We will see you guys for the next episode of the live show. Peace, Turtle Riders.